This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the Amazon Kindle 2 ebook reader. And here it is compared to the Sony's. And we're going to show you a couple of cool features like the text-to-speech and do some comparisons. The Kindle 2 is way more attractive than the original Kindle. It loses the strange angular design and it looks sort of like a giant iPhone first generation. It's got the aluminum back. This is plastic because the Sprint radio is in here that powers WhisperNet. Here's your headphone jack and your power. Here's the volume keys. Stereo speakers back here. And the micro USB syncing port is here. You've got next page buttons on both sides. It makes it pretty easy whether you're right or left-handed to turn the page, obviously. They've moved the clicker to the inside side, so picking it up doesn't accidentally change the page. Previous page here. There's the home button. This takes you to your listing of all the things you have on your Kindle. Menu button here. Back button and the new 5-way teeny joystick. It's really small, but it's actually not that hard to use. And here we have the BlackBerry style keyboard. Let's take a look at it compared to the Sony PRS 505 reader. The screen quality is very similar and the size is about the same. There's a slight difference in the background. The Sony reader is a little bit whiter, though both are actually really gray. Sony reader has 3 font sizes, this has 5 font sizes, and this has a slightly more pleasing font. And now we'll look at the PRS 700, which is Sony's touchscreen reader, which has a lot of cool features, but among them is not a very easy to see display. This display glares in bright light, which we're in right now, and it has a bit less contrast. But this is a touchscreen here on the Sony. There's a couple of other cool features. As you can see, they're both very thin. Obviously this is taller. And the weight is, by spec, just about the same, but the Sony feels a little bit heavier. We're going to demonstrate the text-to-speech feature here. We're in the New York Times at the moment. And you can choose between a female voice and a male voice, and you can set the speech rate to 1 of 3 speeds. Right now we have it at the default medium speech setting, and we have the female voice. Let's listen.
Ranging in age from teens to 50s, Miss Jonas and Miss Swally had taken long bus rides from their villages to this hot, dusty city for operations paid for by a charitable group, AMREF.
And you can see it just changed the page as it reached the bottom while reading. That's pretty cool.
The foundation had brought in 2 surgeons who would help population.
Now let's change it to the male voice.
Experts, Dr. Gilliard Masenga, from the Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center in Moshi, Tanzania.
AMREF, the African Medical and Research Foundation. The foundation had brought in 2 surgeons who would operate and teach doctors and nurses from different parts of Tanzania how to repair fistulas and care for patients afterwards.
Faster, like.
This is a vulnerable population, said one of the experts, Dr. Gilliard Masenga, from the Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center in Moshi, Tanzania. These women are suffering